Hello parents and students, welcome back to another edition of How to Get Your Child into a Specialized High School. I'm Dr. Ivan Khan, the CEO of Khan's Tutorial, and this video will be for all of our parents and students who are not only enrolled in our program, but also looking to select an SHSAT prep course. Our students at Khan's just finished Diagnostic A last month, and they're coming up for Diagnostic B in the next few weeks. With that said, a lot of our parents this past weekend were present at Khan's Tutorial Centers for the Diagnostic B Group PTC. So if you're a parent with the student currently enrolled, you know that's mandatory for all of you to be here. And if you couldn't make it, hopefully you can watch this video to make sure that you have all the information needed ahead of Diagnostic B to get your child into a specialized high school. So, first of all, this is today's outline, getting an SHSAT offer, step-by-step. Important updates for our program here at Khan's for the 24-25 cycle. We'll go over the top scorers from Diagnostic A, and we'll also go into why take the SHSAT if you're still looking for a high school, wondering what the best option for you might be. And then we'll go right into the tips that all of you parents are looking out for, and all of you students will need to start working on right away. Of course, after that, we'll have some resources that we recommend for you folks at home, and then our final tips from not only myself, but our entire SHSAT department here at Khan's Tutorial. So, let's keep it moving. Right now, if you're watching this video, we are approaching the end of 2024. We're already 3 or 4 months into the SHSAT prep course. Our SHSAT prep course has 2 days of classes right now throughout the school year. Your 4-hour group class on Saturdays and your 2.5-hour workshop either on Fridays or on Sundays. If you all remember, we had a free workshop trial month in November, so we really hope a lot of you had a chance to take advantage of that free workshop trial. So let's remember, parent-teacher conferences are mandatory here at Khan's Tutorial. We want to make sure all of you parents are getting a chance to meet our teachers at any of our 9 locations on your road to specialized high school success. All right, so the diagnostic targets, our median target was 58%, and we're really, really excited to see how many of you can surpass that 58 and 60. Here at Khan's, you know the cutoffs for these specialized high schools can start at the 2-digit score of 70, and if you want cutoffs for the more competitive schools, you'll need at least 3 scores of an 85 or 90, and we'll get to that in just a few minutes. But before we do, I want to give a big shout and a congratulations to our Diagnostic A scorers, our top scorers from Diagnostic A. Your hard work got you on this list for our Diagnostic A Hall of Fame. You have Naveed, Zachary, Tolani, Marzia, Eugen, Shah, Ismail, Azan, Nasif, Ariana, Bobby, Samar, Karthik, and Safat on your way to specialized high school seats. Congratulations on your top scores in Diagnostic A. Best wishes on the upcoming Diagnostic B. So no matter what you score on any exam here at Khan's, we want to make sure that all of you are jumping at least 8 to 10 points every single diagnostic. We're here to get into the schools. We're not setting the bar low, we're setting the bar as high as we can reach it. So aim for the stars and shoot for the stars. So make sure we're on our way to those 85s and 90s. So for parents and students, if you're still deciding which specialized high school is the best fit for me, we're going to go into that today. But just keep in mind that Stuyvesant High School still retains the highest cutoff for admission to a specialized high school. Bronx Science has the next highest cutoff traditionally. Then you have a lot of your new specialized high schools have a very similar cutoff to Bronx Science. And then you have Brooklyn Tech with the next biggest cutoff, with Brooklyn Latin having one of the beginner cutoffs for admission to a specialized high school seat. So why take the SHSAT? easy. It's a quality education at no cost. It's the peer effect, parents. All of our kids will have amazing, brilliant people all around them and hopefully inspiring each other for a really successful and happy life. So we have quality education at no cost, top teachers, lifelong connections. We have opportunities in AP courses that can save you a lot of money in college. And you have access to the most competitive colleges and universities. When you're applying for college from a specialized high school, these admissions departments are looking out for your high school name. And if they see one of these amazing specialized high schools, you're in luck, because your odds ratio of getting into these specialized high schools is usually double, triple, maybe even 5 times the admissions rate from these schools than from your local options. So let's go into Stuyvesant High School in Lower Manhattan, the creme de la creme in New York City's Lower Manhattan, Battery Park. It's just maybe a 35 to 60 minute train ride from wherever you are in New York City. That's the most amazing part about Stuyvesant High School. You have an incredible community there, and you have amazing options for courses like organic chemistry, amazing robotics facilities, science Olympiads, and of course, STY's Sing program. So STY is not just about strong academics, but they know how to have fun. They have a Sing program, they have countless sports teams, and of course they have a renowned speech and debate team for any of you that are looking to go into that. Our relationship with Stuyvesant High School goes back several decades, and we're so excited to have thousands of students from Conservatorial get spots at Stuyvesant High School. And here's just a few photos from the last few years. There's a photo of me speaking with the Black Student Union and the Spira League for some SAT scholarships that we have for students throughout New York City. And here's some other photos of Stuyvesant High School leaders doing parent-teacher conferences here at Conservatorial Jackson Heights. We've also had the privilege of speaking to the entire Stuyvesant High School faculty, and I personally had 3 workshops on Bangladeshi heritage because Bangladeshis are one of the fastest growing groups at Stuyvesant High School. So check out Stuyvesant High School and go there for a visit if you're a grade 7 student. Next up, my alma mater, the Bronx High School of Science. Bronx Science still has the highest number of 8 Nobel Prize winners, and 8 so far. We may have 9 if we really look on if we really search that up. But right now we know there's at least 8. And the most amazing thing about Bronx Science is not only the community, the campus, but there's a private bus company that can take students from Queens to the Bronx in a fraction of the time that the subway will take. And that private bus company will allow you to attend Bronx Science without having to take your local bus and your subways all the way to the North Bronx. So as a graduate from Bronx Science, it's an honor to be part of the Bronx Science alumni community. And here are some amazing milestones for our team and the community at Bronx Science. They have an amazing new science lab thanks to generous donations by Stanley Mann. We also have state senators and school leaders, all who have attended the Bronx High School of Science. So hopefully Bronx Science is in your cards. If you're looking for a seat at Bronx Science, you'll need at least 2 scores of 80 to 85, at least 3 scores of 80 to 85 here at Conservatorial's Signature Diagnostics. So you better keep Bronx Science on your radar. We hope to see you there. Next up, we have Brooklyn Tech. Brooklyn Tech, we have the nation's largest science selective high school. We're so proud of the incredible community at Brooklyn Tech. And not only is it very convenient to get to Brooklyn Tech, countless subways go there. The LI Double Arch can be taken from parts of Queens to Atlantic Terminal. You have college majors here at Brooklyn Tech. And you have also an incredible community of a very, very diverse specialized high schools, probably one of the most diverse specialized high schools in the country. So, no matter what you read out there in the newspapers, you can ask any Brooklyn Tech alum yourself, and they'll tell you about how amazing their experience was at Brooklyn Tech. Moving on, We have an amazing relationship that we're very privileged to have with the leaders of Brooklyn Tech. We've been the official prep partner for the Brooklyn Tech Alumni Foundation signature program to help local middle school students get into Brooklyn Tech. Here I am with Brooklyn Tech CEO, Chief Education Officer, Dr. Matthew Mandry. And here's some photos of previous con students who ran up to us from Brooklyn Tech, and they're giving community service back to Brooklyn Tech and are taking tours of their facilities, and we're just couldn't be more proud of the community of students and faculty at Brooklyn Tech. The new specialized high schools exist in Queens, the Bronx, Staten Island, Manhattan, and of course Brooklyn. And these were created to ensure that students have a local option at a specialized high school. These 5 specialized high schools require only the same entrance exam, the SHSAT, and the class sizes happen to be a lot smaller, so there's a lot more attention that you can potentially get from your faculty. There may be a slightly less number of courses available just because the class sizes are smaller, but it is far more convenient for as a local option to attend these amazing schools than it would be too far away. So next up, how is the SHSAT formatted? Parents, you know that your amazing students have, since they've been growing up, kindergarten, first grade, they've been taking exams, and they've been taking state exams since 3rd, 4th grade in ELA and math. But this is a different ballpark. This is a 3-hour exam, hour and a half verbal, that includes revising, editing, and reading comprehension, an hour and a half of math, which is advanced topics in math that really help identify who's gonna have a great high school career at the specialized high schools. And it's really all about how much you practice. They're not gonna be looking at how late you've been, if you've gotten sick due to asthma or anything like that. They're not gonna look at any behavior complaints by your teachers or any absences or latenesses. All they look for is how well you prepared and how well you've done on test day. Just know, parents, that after every single diagnostic here at Constatorial, we make sure to have an individual parent-teacher conference where you, the parents, get your child's grade count report printed, handed to you, and you can have a 5-10 minute conversation with your teacher, with your child's teacher, on how they're doing in class, how often they're submitting their homework, how often they're submitting their class, how well they're doing in their classwork, and just their general practice habits. It's important that we have that conversation with your child present, so both the teacher, the parent, the student, and even any of our center leaders are all there to make sure youngster is continuing to improve on their way to an SHSAT. So be sure to get the QR code, be sure to create your appointment for your next individual PTC, whether it's in the next few weeks for diagnostic B takers or in the next few months for diagnostic C, D, E, F, and don't wait too long. The seats are running out and you want to be on top of your child's prep. So moving on to that, we have tips for student improvement. This is where it's really the bread and butter, the meat and potatoes of the specialized high school prep, and that's how well you are practicing at home. Constatorial didn't get nearly 5,000 students into the specialized high schools out of nowhere. It's due to our curriculum, our teaching dedication, but also how much you practice at home. So let's go through a typical day for all grade 7 students. You're waking up before 7 because you need to get to school by 8:30, and so you need to make sure to have a good breakfast every single morning. So 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, it's already dedicated to your schoolwork. When you get home, 7th graders, the first thing we want you to do is get to relax. Mentally reset, have an after school snack, watch a little bit of your favorite TV show, freshen up, maybe take your shower then, and just be ready to clear your mind from the busy day you've had. At 5 o'clock, you have to start your cons homework. Our homework packets that you get should be kept in your cons folder. When you get home, take your homework packet out and you get started for your cons homework. And we want you to complete that between Monday and Tuesday. Once you complete your homework, that's when you can move over to our practice sets for your bonus bingo sheets. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But after your cons practice work for 1 hour, you gotta take a short break. You've worked hard, you deserve it, you deserve it. Take a short break. Play a little iPad game, play a little Roblox, watch your favorite YouTube video for 10, 12 minutes. And now we get back into your school homework. 6:15, 6:30, we gotta start your school homework because that's gonna take you another hour, hour and a half. And by 7:30, we're really hoping that you're ready for dinner with your family. Have a healthy dinner with your family as often as you can. Get that mental reset and spend that time with your family. Before you go to bed, just make sure to clear your mind of any stressors and if you need to say your prayers or any other type of meditation that you do, just, that's that time, and get to bed by 9:30. I know it may feel exciting to stay past 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, to keep playing your video games or play on your phone or text your friends, but there's really not as much benefit as if you would be getting that whole 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And for grade 7 middle schoolers, at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep is the minimum for all that hard work to get stored in your brain. So now, workshops. Congratulations to all of you who've started our cons workshops. Our workshops are renowned 2.5-hour classes that happen every Friday or Sunday, depending on your center or if you're on digital. Students who've taken a workshop have historically scored 10 to 15 points higher on the exam because the workshop material is more advanced. This means that you've started in the summer, you've been doing the classwork, you've been doing the homework, and now you're ready for the big leagues. This means you are getting closer and closer to not only any specialized high school offer, but hopefully a specialized high school offer to some of the original 3 in Stuyvesant, Brock Science, and Brooklyn Tech. So keep an eye out for workshops. There's an amazing workshop plan where you can break it up and have a monthly installment plan and be auto charged and for a very low rate. And that will allow you to get 4 workshop classes every single month, 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours. That's an extra 10 hours of live prep by our expert teachers every single month on your way to specialized high school success. But wait, there's more. If you consider your summertime options, we have our course expands to 5 days for those who join the bootcamp course. We want to make sure that all of you are well ahead now. So if your grades are already in the 80s and 85s, you won't even need the bootcamp course. But if you're falling behind, then you'll need those 5 days. But right now, if you're doing the 2-day deluxe package with group class and workshop, you will be just fine. Please be sure to complete your mandatory homework. It's mandatory for you to submit it every single week. Students and parents, remember that our GradeCam software can track all of your homework submissions and make sure that you are keeping up. To all of our digital SHSAT students and families, please remember that having your cameras on is a requirement for all of our classroom sessions. By having your cameras on, we as the SHSAT leaders can ensure that you're focusing on the material. We can ensure that you're having better classroom participation. It's only going to lead to higher scores for you in your classworks, homeworks, and those amazing renowned diagnostics. So please, if you are enjoying the course from the comfort of your own home, please be in a nice, quiet environment and have the cameras on when you're ready to learn every single week on your way to specialized high school success. So that's it for the cons tutorial resources, but we do have a list of outside resources that we also recommend for your specialized high school success. We recognize that there are a lot of incredible books out there, and we absolutely recommend certain books for certain times of the year. So today we'll go into one book that we recommend for early beginning sessions, and we recommend our students to go give the Kaplan book a shot. and we want you to order the Kaplan book as a supplemental option. It's not required, but it's a recommended practice at home. They have been in the test prep world longer than nearly any other company out there, and we believe that their material is just good enough for an early start to get you familiar with the SHSAT material. If you're able to complete that every single week, you end up getting bonus points. So take a look at the bonus points on the screen. The bonus points that you're seeing are for the November-December version. And if you complete your work and you show all your work, that means you end up with bonus points on your diagnostics. So we're so excited to make sure you have that as well. So now, keep in mind the con strategies that we have. We have revising editing question types. We have strategies on all the question types. We have strategies on reading comprehension. We have strategies on math reference sheets. So be sure to request a copy of them all and be sure to look through them on your way. So when I'm advising my family members and students to get ready for Diagnostic B, I always remind them to have their own cons folder, have your classwork material, have your homework material. Be sure to review that material and over and over before Diagnostic B. All of our material will get increasingly more difficult, but if you want to do well in Diagnostic B, all the material from A to B should have you covered. Parents, remember, if you reach this point of the video, thank you. You can always check out how your child's doing through their GradeCam account. So be sure to log in to your child's GradeCam account with their help through their login codes. That should show you what they're scoring in their classwork every week, on their homework every week, and on those renowned diagnostics that Khan's tutorial. So for a quick summary, final assist, practice for at least 1 to 2 hours every day. Start your cons homework early. Start with your weakest section, review your class notes. Always have not only a folder for cons, but have a notebook where you put all of your notes during classwork and anything else that you jot down during homework practice. Be sure to grab any supplemental material. We recommend right now, it's November and December, so ask your teachers about which supplemental material would be best for this time of year. And of course, there's gonna be more supplemental material that we'll recommend down the line. So final tips, just be sure, check us out at Khan's tutorial. If you are a student that's already enrolled, be here 15 minutes early, start your homework early in the week. To all the parents, be sure to attend all of your parent-teacher conferences. And to all the students, I think I want to finish up by saying that success is a sum of small efforts repeated, as our Collier said. It's not going to happen overnight, but you have to start the work early. You have to start an hour every single day. And as long as you're in class, raising your hand, participating, taking all of your notes, we will see you on your way to a specialized high school in no time. And thank you for watching this week's video on how to get your child into specialized high school. Follow us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. By doing so, you will be able to see all of the free content available for you and your classmates on your way to an amazing time at the specialized high school. So good luck and see you all soon, and pay it forward.